It's The Amateur. Why did I open like that? I don't know. I just decided to do it. Don't judge. Or judge all you want. I don't care. The Amateur. Who did this, by the way? Who directed this film? One second. Because I feel like I know who directed it. I've heard of the person. Directed by James Hahn. Oh, I do. I recognize that name. James Hansel? I do like how John Bernthal's character. I've got like the cast list up here. John Bernthal's character doesn't actually have a name, which makes sense when you think about it. Let's see. He also did. What else do I have here? He directed the Christmas Invasion for Doctor Who. Well, how about that? Owen School Reunion is what he directed a couple Doctor Who episodes. Good for him. Directed by James Hawes. Stars Rami Malek as the lead, John Bernthal, Lawrence Fishburne, Holt and McElhaney, I want to say. I recognize the guy, just can't remember his last name or pronounce it, to be precise. And as I said in my out of theater review, I mean, I'm not going to be able to add too much. I can go a bit more in depth. It's a good film. It's a little long. That's really the only knock I have on it, is it is a little long. The film clocks in at 2 hours and 3 minutes. It could have gone about 15 minutes less. They could have shaved 15 minutes out of it. And I think it would have probably flowed better. It is a slow burn, and it does work in that aspect for what it is. Like, just because I say it's too long, and I do think it's too long, does not mean I think it's inherently bad or anything, or even flawed, really. I just think they could have handled the pacing maybe a bit, and not even the pacing. I just think we spent too much time on scenes, and maybe there was one or two scenes that ultimately didn't need to be there. I think that's what ultimately comes down to when I talk about it's too long. It just they just left too much of the film in, if I'm going to be honest. But the story is exactly what you see it. He works, Rami Malek, as a decryptor for the CIA. He works in decryptor. He works in decryption for the CIA. And he's good at what he does. He ends up stumbling upon some information that he shouldn't know, involving some of the higher ups of the CIA, some of his bosses, and then his wife ends up getting killed in a robbery gone wrong, or a job gone wrong. And really, it is about him getting revenge, but it's more about him getting justice for his wife than revenge on the people who killed his wife. Except in one scene. Well, that's not entirely true. Just there is two scenes where like the guy in the pool, that is on purpose, and so is the guy that he has the bomb with. Where it's like, if you jump real fast, you might avoid the explosion. But not his end goal. They're not the people he wants. He wants the guy ultimately who arranged it, is what he wanted. The guy who was running it. And Rami Malek does a really good job in this movie. Like, he's one of those guys who, because of the way he talks, like he has a very John Malkovich way of talking, a lot of enunciation, very kind of a slow cadence to his way, and it might be because I don't know if that's because he has that overbite, but he certainly. It certainly took me a second it takes me a moment every time I see him in a film to get on board with him, just because it's hard for my brain to process the way he speaks. But it didn't take me long to get into that. Once we see him working, getting involved, doing what he's doing, I got Mr. Robot vibes. I got a little bit of Bourne vibes in there as well. I did buy his character, and ultimately the story is about what pain does to people and what we do. He has a really great dialogue with, I can't remember, was it Lawrence Fishburne or was it John Bernthal, about why he can't go home. I want to say it's John Bernthal. It's when they're sitting down in this little place and having a conversation, and he's just telling him, you need to go home, man. Go home. I was like, why can't you go home? It's like, oh, it wouldn't matter. And it's like, why? Because she's not there. Like, he's smart enough to understand my wife's gone. Like, and he's constantly like seeing her throughout the movie. Man, this actress probably only was on set for maybe 2 days at most. She's like, okay, do this, 3 takes, okay, move on to the next scene. But yeah, like it's just what the pain does, and what he's ultimately after in the end. Is he after revenge? Yes and no, kind of. He's after justice. Now, what that takes the form of is ultimately what takes the form of. And how he confronts the last guy, I actually really, really like. I do like that scene a lot. And the actor playing that guy, who is the actor playing that guy? I don't know if he's listed in like the IMDb. But I did recognize him, and I did like how that all ended. I really like that. But should know that everyone is really good in the movie. Like, there's no bad performance in the movie. Lawrence Fishburne playing a veteran kind of like CIA trainer. He's kind of like he's the guy they send after him. And he's got a couple scenes with him too. And it's really it's Lawrence Fishburne. He never phones it in. And even at the age of 1 second here. How old is he now? Even at the age of he's only 60. I actually thought he was older. I thought Lawrence Fishburne was older. At 63, he can still be a badass. Absolutely he can. If Denzel Washington can do an Equalizer movie pushing his 70s, then yeah, Lawrence Fishburne could certainly be a badass. And then, then there's Jon Bernthal, who's really only in the movie, no joke, for like 2 scenes. Technically 3, but there's like a brief scene in the beginning with him. You see him walking around after that. And there's the one scene you see in the trailer where he's talking to him. And I actually really, really liked that scene because unlike everyone else, he's not inherently trying to stop him. Actually is, despite the fact that he's kind of just been one of those like work friends, he does see him as a friend and as a good guy, and he's trying to help him. And I actually like how that ends too, because it ends without too much spoilers. It's like he doesn't try and stop him. He just, is like, good luck to you. Like he gives him the warnings and all that, but it's just I really like that scene. And I like the fact too that it occurred to me watching this because I was hearing him talk, and I've heard Jon Bernthal talk multiple times, that he kind of puts on a much gruffer, a bit of a deeper, gruffer voice when he's playing the Punisher, when he's playing Frank, because his normal voice has got much more lighter octave to it. Like there's a lot more joy and happiness in it. And of course, he's still got the Punisher beard on, so clearly he must have been doing these things at the same time, because he really was not on set for very long in this film. He was maybe on set for, again, a couple days for a few scenes. That was it. He was probably in and out, honestly. He probably got like $1 million for his paycheck. So you know what? He's happy. He's down. But no, the film works when we're looking at the way Rami Malek goes about it, because they make a point in the trailer saying you're just not a killer, and obviously he's like, have you accounted for the things I'm good at? And that's just it. He isn't a killer, despite the fact people die in this. He is not a killer. He's not a cold-blooded man. He's someone who is just hurting and is able to compartmentalize some of the choices he's making because of that pain. But in the end of the day, he's not an evil person. But he is, and he's not a killer. He's got terrible shot. Like even at point blank, he had a 50-50 shot of hitting something. So when we see him like try to use what he's good at to upend people, his intelligence, his creativity, his wits, his ability to hack, that's what makes it a lot more interesting. That's what makes it different than something like a Bourne or definitely a John Wick or anything like that. So it's definitely a film that I think works. The tension works, the not espionage, although there's definitely some of that there. But the ops, black ops, psyops, whatever you want to call it, the concept works well here too. It's definitely a film that I enjoyed watching. I don't regret paying money to see it, but if knowing what the movie was going to be, let's hypothetically say I hadn't seen it, but like I watched it on like a screen or something before going to the movies, would I recommend going to the movies to see it? That is a really good question. I'll say this. Like I said, I don't regret going to the movies to see it, but it's just know what you're getting into. It is a slow burn. it's going for the more political intrigue kind of thing, and it is a revenge film. Like, one guy out for the justice and revenge he seeks for the loved one he lost. If that appeals to you, if like something kind of Jason Bourne-esque appeals to you, then I'd say yeah, you can give it a watch. You know what it kind of reminded me of, at least in tone? What was it? The 5-5, that one with Jessica Chastain, Lupita Nyong'o, Sebastian Stan. Who were the other women involved in there? I'm blanking on who the other women were involved in that movie. But yeah, it kind of gave me a vibe like that, but a better movie. That's what it gave me, personally. But either way, I enjoyed it, definitely. In terms of trailers, can I even remember what we got? I walked in halfway on the drop trailers. I will say we got a new trailer for The Accountant too that I did not know that popped up. And that's a damn good trailer. It actually plays it up more like a comedy than anything than like an action comedy, which I actually really appreciated. But let's see here. What trailers did I didn't get? Surprised? Did I get Sinners? I actually did not get Sinners for a change. Oh, that's interesting. Actually didn't. I did get Until Dawn though. I did get that. I believe that was attached to drop. I might as well just consolidate all the trailers now. I am looking forward to it. It's a fun concept. You're stuck in this house, and these different forms of horror come and kill you each time, but then it resets and you gotta try to get out of there. I like the concept. And I know it's based on the game. Got Thunderbolts, not the most recent like A24 trailer or the Century Heavy trailer, but the one before that. Do You Want to Die? And we can build this dream together. That one. The one that can. By the way, Thunderbolts. Look, fingers crossed. It's looking fantastic. I'm really looking forward to this film. But anyway, I didn't get that. Oh, we did get the latest trailer for Mission Impossible. So I do remember that. And I walked in on the Final Destination Bloodlines trailer. But we did get the newest Mission Impossible trailer, which looks good. I mean, I can't say anything negative against it. Absolutely, it looks entertaining. Jurassic World Rebirth. Got that one as well. Nope. The Ritual, nope. 28 years later. Yeah, we got that one too. Not a 28 anything, later guy, personally. I'm not saying I'm against it. I'll probably see it. But, yeah, just not my cup of tea, usually. F1, first time I've actually legitimately watched that trailer. That does look really damn good. It looks really damn good. And then Megan 2.0, look, and you know what? They're embracing the gimmick and going the more of the action route. I can live with that. I can totally live with that. All right, now we're kind of starting to get somewhere with that. And just embrace the absurdity. That's all you need. The Fantastic Four trailer, we got that. Did we get anything else beyond that, though? That is a good question. The Toxic Avenger, no, I don't think we got anything beyond that though. So yeah, I mean, we had a lot of good trailers, So I'm looking forward to a lot coming out. We're now really starting to roll up. We got Sinners next week. Sinners. Oh, it's still holding 100%. Still holding 100%. That is now. Actually, let me double check what the critical because still holding 100% from the critics. Obviously, audience has not seen it yet. Very rarely do movies hold a 100% of Rotten Tomatoes. It is not, I mean, it's like only a handful ever hold 100%. That means someone just likes it. Doesn't mean they loved it, but apparently all the reviews so far are glowing for Sinners. And that's a lot of good vibes coming here so far. So let's see here. Come on, give me. Oh, Cinnamon, where you gonna run to? Cinnamon, where you gonna run to? Where you gonna run to? All along them days, will I run to the rock? Sorry, a little Lucifer kicked in there. I mean, that's not a song, that's a song he sang. He didn't make up the song, but please hide me, I run to the rock. As I'm waiting for this to load. Please hide me, I run to the rock. Please hide me all along them days. All right, Sinners. Come on. Yeah. So, yeah, still holding 100%. How many reviews do we have right now? Let's see here now. Last name was only in the 30s, and that was like from the major outlets. My guess is chances are this will not hold 100, but it's going to hold a high 90, mid to high 90. So no lower than, say, 94. Let's see how many reviews we got right now. We're up to 42 reviews, and it still holds 100%. Look, I mean, it's still early. It is still early to make calls on that. Let's wait until we get to opening day on that film, and then we can make a call. Let's do that. Until then, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And I enjoyed this film. Hopefully, if you go out to see it, you'll enjoy it too. But anyway, that's my thoughts. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I got The Drop to talk about next. See you there.